That's why I picked today's topic to be stressed and dealing with it.
You
This is
picked.
still the All About Me show. We're talking about my issues again.
That's great. That is great. It's the All About Vickie show
Yes.
with
Hi.
today's guest star, Vickie Musni.
Welcome. Welcome to
And
my world.
I'm just the narrator. I'm just here to
And
hit,
tech support. Don't
hit,
forget that. Your
text.
tech support too.
I didn't even text you yet. Oh. Thanks for joining us today, Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
And certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
And today it's episode 42.
Yep, 42.
And it's the holidays.
It's Christmas. I can say Christmas. Sorry. Stop it. Don't make that face.
I'm
It's just
stressed.
my turn to be stressed. It was my turn to be stressed.
No, last
the calming
episode was
presence in my
all
life.
about you. It's my
It's still all
turn.
about me.
I'm
No.
going to lay down on the couch here, and you can talk me through this, okay?
No. You're too far from your mic now.
No, I can't
No.
talk. No.
No. All right, we'll work on this one together.
All right. So holiday stress. How do you handle it?
This week I haven't been handling it very well, honestly.
Okay. Why not?
But I guess I just ultimately this needed to accept that there are just certain things that are not going to get done before Christmas. And part of me just hates that, and I feel like I'm admitting defeat in some ways. And part of me just knows I just have to be okay with it.
So
just I'm kind of crazy.
I think it depends on where the holiday stress is coming from. If holiday stress is coming from a professional standpoint, your work life, if you will.
You mean because we had a book that we decided to have done before Christmas?
Well, the book's not going to be done before Christmas. You know that.
No, but the manuscript is, and that's what has been sucking so much of our time the last couple of weeks, and why I haven't done some of the other things that I normally would have had finished by this time.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Vickie and I are co-writing a book together called Creating Connections, and it's going to be an amazing book filled with daily.
I am super excited about it. I really am.
Daily strategies to help you increase your connections in both your work life and personal life. Really cool.
I'm excited. We'll talk about that more next episode, though.
Yeah, we'll chat about it next episode.
Part of it, honestly, is just there's these things that I normally would have had done by this point, and I've I made that a priority, and that was a choice that I made. But yeah, it's stressing me out. My kid's last day of school is tomorrow. I normally would have baked dozens of cookies and bagged them in cute little containers and gone over to the school and helped them deliver them to all of their teachers and brought them coffee, and I just don't really see that happening tomorrow.
Well,
I just don't.
It helps if you get out of bed before noon.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
It's noon your time when I'm getting up.
I don't know. You're getting up at 9 a.m. I've already got a chapter read in a book. I've normally got emails returned.
I do that from in the comfort of my bed with my electric blanket.
She has an electric blanket, folks, really.
It was 9 degrees here last night.
Isn't that what husbands are for? I mean...
Yeah, but he gets up and goes to work really early. Leaves.
So anyway, again, if you're dealing with... This isn't all about Vickie. We're actually going to give you something here today, too. Believe it or not. Yes, you get something. If you're struggling with holiday stress, from the business side of things, there's several ways you can counter that. One of them is, in fact, getting up earlier. And I'm not just picking on Vickie. I'm absolutely suggesting, yes, you need to get up earlier. Whatever the case may be, and squeeze another hour into your day on the front end, or squeeze another hour into your day on the back end. Stay up later and crank out something.
Staying up later part.
Well, and it's a case of, again, you need to make sure that you are focused on that time frame. I find that when I am by myself and can tune out distractions and don't have a coworker here present with me, I get more done.
Yeah, and for me, it's at night after my kids are all in bed.
Yeah, because there's no distraction.
I can still focus. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's...
Plus, I feel like I can sleep better if I finished it. If I say, oh, I'm going to finish XYZ first thing in the morning, I can't really turn my brain off. I can't really relax. So
right.
It's just part of the way I'm wired. I need to just finish it and work later at night. And
that's one way. Yeah. Another way is if you finish it at night, great. Another way, if you just can't and you're just getting overwhelmed, write out a plan for the next day of exactly what you'll target and focus on it and get cranked out at that point. One big thing I would definitely encourage people to do, I believe I got this from The Ultimate Sales Machine with Chet Holmes, which, again, if you haven't read that book, I would definitely encourage you to pick up that book. Great book on business. But time management is one of the chapters, and put 3 things down you got to do that day, whatever it might be. And you can have more, obviously, but if you write out the task of what you have to get done, then assign a time frame of how long it will take you to do that task. And then put them in the order of the tasks that have to get done, putting the one that's going to take you the most amount of time first, typically, or the one that you're not looking forward to the most first, typically, because then you crank it out, and then you can just kind of...
Then the other ones go faster.
Right, exactly. The other ones go faster.
Okay.
So that's one way to handle...
For me, I think writing them down, too, just helps in general, the extra stuff, because it frees up your brain space.
Yeah.
You don't, because you just know, okay, then tomorrow I can check that off, or I can assign this to this day. But honestly, for some of it is just I don't have time before we leave town to do everything that I wanted to do. And there's some of those things on that list I just had to say, you know what, it's not going to happen this year. I'm going to do that in January.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's my choice that I made. And
I didn't get out Christmas cards this year.
The world is still going to keep going.
Yes, the world is going to keep going. It's just a case of prioritizing what you want to get done. So are you stressing out in work life because of the book? What else is causing you stress right now?
Well, I think it was just, a lot of it was just that I was so focused on that. I wasn't doing the other things like our annual Christmas card video and the actual Christmas cards and stuff like that I actually really enjoy and look forward to. I just haven't had a chance to think about those at all.
Yeah.
So,
well,
maybe this weekend I could surprise myself. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I find that you'll get the inspiration or the motivation will just strike you like that, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go get this done right now, because you got that.
We knocked out a whole bunch of Christmas shopping yesterday afternoon in like an hour and a half, and we were super productive. We made a list ahead of time, and then we just were able to go boom, 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 and then today I started wrapping stuff, so by the time my kids get home from school, there'll be presents under the tree, and I think that's going to help me feel better.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, if you have stress in your personal life during the holidays, then Vickie and I just really have one solution for you. You want to tell them?
Oh, go ahead.
What? I could just show a picture. You don't want me to show that picture?
It's all over Facebook already.
Because yes, alcohol is a solution, and we strongly recommend that you drink during this holiday season.
Especially with your family.
Just don't drive. No, we're kidding. Kind of.
In moderation.
Take it
In moderation.
from the two that walked into a Mexican tequileria at about 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning.
I don't think it was quite that early.
7 shots later, I bought 3 bottles of alcohol.
And it's delicious.
It is actually really good tequila.
Okay, on a related but healthier
Yes.
note, I think you do have to figure out what your outlet is and find an outlet that is healthy and that works for you. And yes, sometimes I will just sit in front of the fire and relax. And other times, like this morning, I made sure that I went straight to the gym as soon as I took my kids to school. And I spent an hour and I felt better when I got done. So I'm also reading a fiction book, which I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I was actually doing that while I was at the gym because I'm a multitasker. But you've got to have those outlets for dealing with stress.
Having an outlet is key, and it doesn't really matter what the outlet is. Like you said, if it's maybe going over and talking with a friend over an alcoholic drink, no. No, but seriously, if it's an outlet in regards to physical activity, whether it be working out or some other form, playing sports, something like that, or whether it be just chatting with a friend and bending an ear, nothing wrong with that. Or of course, like Vickie talked about earlier, whatever you could find for an outlet, that's important. That you have that outlet to let go of some of that personal stress in your life. And another subject of productivity, just the other day, one of my staff members was having a really bad day. And, we chatted about it, and I essentially just told them to take the rest of the day off because A, we could cover it. B, if they're thinking about other things while they are here at work or they're not in the best mindset when they get to work, I would encourage you or them for that matter to, again, take that day. Get yourself refocused, take care of what has to be taken care of, and then let's come back the next day and really work at what's got to be done.
Yep.
And that's important. And I think that
the mental breaks and the permission to give yourself permission to take those is hard.
It's hard to give yourself permission to take those mental breaks, but
and it's one thing for you to say that to an employee because you're the boss, but for if you're talking about your own stress, or in my case, it's like there's something different about trying to give yourself permission, because as a business owner, I think there's this sense of I should be doing something. I feel guilty when I stop working. I'm not getting as much accomplished. There's still this many more hours of daytime, and I need to cross off more on my to-do list.
Oh boy, do I have that.
And I can tell that sometimes I'm not focused and I'm trying to work and I can't even see straight, and it's hard, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to go watch a movie. And I'm okay with that. And then tomorrow, maybe when I sit down at my computer, all of this is going to make sense, and I'll work on it then. But it's hard to give yourself permission to do that sometimes.
There's something to be said for taking that mental break. And I am definitely one of those people that it's hard to unplug. It's hard to, I'm a workaholic. My staff was talking on the way home from their gig the other day, from their event, and talking about the fact that, well, Mitch is a workaholic. And I am.
That's the first time I think I've actually heard you admit it.
But I love what I do.
I know.
I love what I do.
I know.
But it is important to take those breaks, whether it be physical and or mental. It's why Michelle and I go on vacation once a year together. So we can take that time as a break away from the business as much as possible. Obviously, I still have internet in most cases at the locations we are, and just the way we are in the world now, But do my best to check it, once a day kind of thing, and that's it for email as a business owner. Set up the right people in place to run your business too while you're gone. I'm thankful I got a rock star office manager with Allison right now, who is doing an amazing job with keeping things afloat here.
Yeah, prioritizing and delegating is huge. Not all of us have an Allison, but there's got to be a way to find some things that we can delegate and hand off to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Whether it's the business stuff or some personal stuff, there's only so many, so much you can do, so many minutes and hours in the day, and some stuff you have to let go.
So to get rid of the stress you got for work life, again, if you got to take some time out and refocus, we encourage you to do that. The physical side, if you need to go, exert it off in regards to working out or sports or whatever the case is, definitely take that time to do so. And emotional side, go bend the ear of a friend. If you got that emotional stress going on, figure out a way. Just go take that mental break. Go watch a movie, as Vickie said. Read a book. Find some way to get yourself
With
out
a
of
beverage
that.
in hand.
Yes. And alcohol is always a great solution. No, I'm just kidding. Gitomer certified advisor Mitch Taylor.
And certified personality trainer Vickie Musni.
We have got some speaking engagements coming up. I'll be in Tampa, Florida coming up on January 25th. Looking forward to seeing all of our fine folks at the Tampa Bay chapter of the American Disc Jockey Association there. And then you've got something in Phoenix, right?
2 events in Phoenix, ADJA meeting on a Tuesday, and then event ensemble plus a workshop on Thursday. That would be February 9th and 11th.
Awesome. So we got some activity there. We're going to be on the Creating Connections book tour as well on both of those stops with brand new copies.
And then Minneapolis right after that.
Our brand new book, yes, and I'll be at the NACE chapter, NACE Minneapolis chapter on that Monday, the 15th of February. So feel free, if you're in the Minneapolis area and a member of NACE, stop by, say hi. We'll be opening the event on Monday, February 15th. And we've got the big one coming up, Mobile Beat Las Vegas. I am so excited. It's going to be amazing. John Taffer.
There's so much going on that week.
Red Foo.
Incredible.
Jason Jani on the decks. Jeremy Breck running the lighting. We've got Bill Herman as a past host. We've got Johnny Roz as a past host. Mm-hmm. And we've also got Mr. Lucky himself, Jimmy Johnson, which I think that was before your time, yeah?
Yeah.
So all 3 guys have been hosts of Mobile Beat before in the past, and all 3 are coming back for Mobile Beat Las Vegas 20. Just absolutely geeked. Get your workshop passes for Vickie's and my workshop. I sold another one here today, so tickets are starting to sell, and we want to make sure you don't miss out.
You want to make sure.
We want to make sure you don't miss out on seats that are available for Vickie's workshop on Monday morning. That's going to be from 8:30 to noon. Is that correct?
8:30 to 11:30.
8:30 to 11:30 on Monday, and that's right before Mobile Beat kicks off. And then
yours is Sunday.
Mine's on
all
Sunday.
Day, right?
Yep, Sunday the 13th. It's going to be all day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Workshopping through every single step of the sales process. And I would encourage you.
Workaholic, are you going to give them a lunch break?
Yes, the Workaholic will give you a lunch break from noon to 1. More information can be found on our websites, VickieMusni.com and
MitchTaylor.net.
Yes, we will see you in Vegas or at one of the Creating Connections tour stops along the way in Tampa, Minneapolis, or Phoenix. Thanks for checking out the podcast today.
Have a stress-free Christmas week.
Yes, stress-free Christmas to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Very soon. Take care.